Hello and welcome to traders and investors, and I'm glad to present you the daily market review prepared by analysts and experts from fx.co portal. Here we go. And we're starting with euro-dollar pair with Din Low. During the upward cycle, locally EURUSD found itself at the values at the beginning of a spring, which indicates the prevailing interest in long positions. On the 4-hour chart, the RSI technical indicator is hovering in the upper area of 5070, which suggests that the euro may rise further. On the same chart, the alligator's MAs are headed upwards, which reflects the quote's movement. Keeping the price above the level of 1.0900 may lead to an increase in the volume of long positions. In this scenario, the euro could move towards the resistance level of 1.1000. Otherwise, the area of 1.0900 will act as resistance, which will lead to a temporary stagnation or a pullback. The complex indicator analysis unveiled that in the short-term and intraday periods, indicators are providing an upward signal. Let's trade with the MACD indicator. It's time for GBPUSD. Jakub Nowak presents. Today you could plan to buy the pound when the price reaches the entry point at 1.2969. Plotted by the green line on the chart, aiming for a rise to the level of 1.3000. Around 3000, you could plan to exit the long positions and sell the pound in the opposite direction, counting on a movement of 30-35 pips from the level. We don't expect the pound to rise in the first half of the day. Before buying, make sure that the MACD line is above the zero mark and is just starting to rise from it. You could also plan to buy the pound today in case of two consecutive price tests of 1.2952, when the MACD indicator is in an oversold area. This will limit the pair's downward potential and lead to a reverse market upturn. We can expect growth to the opposite levels of 1.2969 and 1.3000. Today you can plan to sell the pound after testing the level of 1.2952, plotted by the red line on the chart, which will lead to a rapid decline in GBPUSD. The key targets for sellers will be 1.2929. We are going to close short positions and also open long positions in the opposite direction, expecting a movement of 20-25 pips in the opposite direction from the level. You can sell the pound if buyers are not active in the area of intraday high. Before selling, make sure that the MACD indicator is below the zero mark and is just starting to decline from it. You could also plan to sell the pound today in case of two consecutive price tests of 1.2969, when the MACD indicator is in an overbought area. This will limit the pair's upward potential and lead to a reverse market downturn. One can expect a decline to the opposite levels of 1.2952 and 1.2929. And finally, here is Laurie Bailey with AUDUSD currency pair forecast. Let's have a look. We believe that a divergence has formed. As the price pushes through the support level of 0.6751. The new target is 0.6690. The MACD line has already reached the level of 0.6627, and the second key target could be found somewhere around this area. Once the price overcomes this mark, the AUD can move towards 0.6444. On the 4-hour chart, the price has already overcome the support of the MACD line, its blue line on the graphic, and is now pushing through the support level at 0.6751. The Martin oscillator was involved in pushing through the support on Monday, so now we see qualitative changes. Yesterday, oil and copper prices started to get cheaper. China's third plenum meeting on reforms in tech, fiscal and tax systems has warranted investors' interest. Against this background, iron ore and other commodities are declining, so we're waiting for the price to reach 0.6690. That's all for today. See you online soon.